Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to another look at our subreddit this week, following the Monaco Grand Prix.
What has happened? We need to know who's going to come out in front as we see Lance Stroll hitting the barrier and going over the curb one more time.
Oh, for goodness sake, really? Even here, Monaco TV director? Even here? I'm still absolutely livid at that, by the way. That was one of the most frustrating moments of, I think, in memory of an entire F1 weekend for many years. We know the Monaco TV directors have been bad in recent years because they always use I think Monaco has their own specific director that they use, unlike every other circuit where it's usually the same team from F1 that does it. They have a specific one. And most years he or she is a bit rubbish. They always miss things. But this one has got to be the worst one of them all. And if you guys maybe watch Veloce's Backseat Driver, you can maybe see how annoying it was to see it live.
Gasly up the hill.
Come on, Vettel. Vettel, stay round.
What is wrong with you?
Are you joking?
Nobody cares
No
about
one
Lance
wants to
Stroll.
watch this.
You're giving us a free play. Why did they cut to that?
But here we are then back again, and we've got 17.7k strong of you in here with a Mazepin spin count. To be fair to him, he didn't have an issue at Monaco, so that's at least improvement of some kind. And then 74 people excited for F1 2021. I'm sure there's many of you more than that, but let's dive in. And we start off, of course, on the subject of one of the most cruel moments of the entire race, I guess. Bottas, after this race, braking. Valtteri Bottas to run 2005 tyres, so he doesn't need to pit again because Mercedes had an absolute calamity with that pit stop. So much so that actually apparently his right tyre was actually still stuck onto the car, because what happened is they threaded the wheel nut. No gun could attach to the actual nut because they'd worn down all the kind of fastenings and the bits that the gun would attach to, and it was apparently just still stuck on the car. Way after the race has ended. Apparently they're going to maybe ask Ferrari or another team maybe to help them out with some machinery to kind of cut it out basically, and then do an autopsy of why it failed so spectacularly in one go, because they've had issues like this in the past. Not even just them, other teams have had issues like that in the past where the wheel gun just doesn't clutch onto the nut properly. But this was a massive failure, and Bottas was so pissed off. I don't know if you guys saw it. He actually went into the FIA room to to whack off his gloves, get a bit annoyed, and then recompose himself before he went into his team garage, because he was so phenomenally pissed off. And you know what? Why wouldn't you? Because obviously he's had a very tough season so far. He's actually looking likely to beat Lewis Hamilton for once, quite nicely actually in this race, for what would have been a podium, and Hamilton would have been down in like 7th or 6th at the time. And then it's dashed like that. Calamity. Yeah, I wouldn't blame him for running those 2005 tyres. Not sure about the performance though, since those were groove tyres back in the day. But at this point, Valtteri, you may as well try anything, because it looks like the F1 gods just don't want you to beat Hamilton in a race. First post, not funny, but it does let me smile. Introducing 7 of my team. I know what this is. David Coulthard. Yeah, can I play with myself? I saw this at the time. There was also another comment where there are the caption of F1 were asking who you're going to play with, and Coulthard, in a similar vein, I don't know if he just went on a spree that afternoon and thought, oh, I can be a bit cheeky and funny since I'm in the game, and he's been building up these jokes for ages, because he also commented similar along these lines of like, oh no, I'm going to choose Alan Prost because I've been playing with myself far too much lately. Like, pause, man. You can't just say that. But now, top marks there for Coulthard. I mean, when you've been given an opportunity like this on a plate, when they're asking stuff like this on Instagram about playing, who are you going to play with, and you're one of them, you got to go for it. You got to go for it. Paul Williams as picking up the McLaren Golf livery, and the cat's just left there. It's their 75th Grand Prix, 750th Grand Prix. Yeah, I don't think anyone cared. I didn't even know it was their 750th Grand Prix until I think it was free practice. I saw a shot and I saw the livery livery, and they had the 750 on the engine cover. And I thought, oh, hang on, is this actually it? And then I looked into it. It's a 75th Grand Prix. Did some posts about celebrating it, but it was overshadowed the entire time, well, just by other stories of Monaco, Ferrari being quick, obviously, most of the weekend, the Golf McLaren livery. Yeah, poor Williams, man. It's actually a little bit sad, because I don't know about you guys, I genuinely did not know until, until Thursday at practice when I saw a photo. And then even then, very lackluster 75th Grand Prix, nothing much to shout about. I follow Williams on Twitter. I don't even think I saw many tweets from them about bigging it up. It's happening. Oh god, no. This was 4 days ago. So this was before the Saturday to Sunday demise of Leclerc. It was looking really good, you know. It was looking really good. And Leclerc, I gotta say, he's such bad luck for a home GP. You know, the first one in the Alfa Romeo Sauber had that issue out of the tunnel where he broke it and just kind of snapped on him. Then it was the Ferrari, first race with Ferrari with the puncher. Then he didn't even get a home Grand Prix last year. And then this one gets pole, amazing fashion. Probably could have gone on to win the race, you know, because it's just so hard to overtake a Monaco, even though it seemed like the Red Bull in race pace terms had more pace because Sainz was falling away a little bit from Verstappen. I felt like if Ferrari were really on pace, Sainz would have been able to at least stick with him the entire Grand Prix, but still, because he's on pole, he would have been able to defend, and like I said at the time, pre-race, you know, park the entirety of Maranello, nay, the entire Italy on every apex, but he didn't get that chance. So cruel. Yeah, I'm sure another time will come in the season, maybe where Ferrari and Leclerc can show some magic, but that could have been the one. That could have been a real special win. And yeah, I mean, apparently they didn't check the drive shaft. They checked the gearbox, but they didn't check the drive shaft on the left or right. They hit into the wall, and that's the thing that killed them. I don't know. I don't. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like maybe they could have looked a bit harder into it and just taken like a 5-place penalty for changing. I don't know if they're changing a drive shaft. Maybe that's going to be a lot more difficult, and it would have been the same demise. I'm not too sure, but it was massive shame because this was exciting. I did not believe that this pace would be there. I actually missed qualifying on the day on Saturday and watched it. Was like, what? Pole? So, yeah, big shame there. But it did allow for some, obviously, amazing stories later in the Grand Prix without the Ferrari in there. Things like Lando on the podium, Carlos and Lando on the podium, you know, so, you know, silver linings. There's some other things that happened because of that. Best thing I've ever seen. Well, this is what I'm talking about. Best thing I've ever seen. F1 driver of the day, Sebastian Vettel, which I want to say, big ups Vettel. I mean, for once, it's a driver circuit. Monaco driver circuit. They make the biggest difference around here, and he really stepped up. So I'm just hoping that maybe he can get more comfy with the car, where the car is more of a beneficial factor on the circuit, because when it's more down to the driver, you saw he's still got it in there, and he had a great car underneath him this race. He managed to, you know, get ahead of Hamilton and Gasly and hold him up with that, you know, beautiful overtake that we didn't see live. Eventually we did, and then yeah, this podium was amazing. It's beautiful. I've looked at this for 5 hours now. Yeah, really great content. Obviously Max winning and Hamilton being down there, great for the championship, like I said on Twitter actually. And then obviously you had just Lando and Carlos on the podium, 2 guys that are still very much friends, even if they're different teams now, and that was a nice moment on the podium. And then yeah, Vettel, just seeing him do well, really nice stuff. And yeah, we have a championship fight back on now. You know, Hamilton has to now try and find some momentum. It did kind of feel like a little bit Merc were building some scary momentum, especially following the way they won Spain, but a race like this just nerfs it out, and now it's back to the drawing board, and let's see if we can have another great fight at Baku maybe. How? Q3 and Quali Bottas, Sainz, Gio as a clown, Vettel, Verstappen. You know what? No, you put him as a clown. He did exceptionally well. He got 1 point for Alfa Romeo, the first point for the team, and he's done really well. I think people are underrating how much Gio has actually grown into the Alfa Romeo, and he's consistently matching, if not beating Kimi these days. I think he's doing a stellar job. You know, the car's not quite there, and this weekend he maximized it and got a point. So well on the lad. But yeah, obviously in those kind of moments, like, okay, I don't know what to do here. We're gonna be 10th. We're just here for the laughs. What is this edit, man? You guys have lost the plot. This is confirmation now. You're starting to lose the plot. First post, let's see it. I'm going to see it. Hamilton playing F1 2021. Oh, I thought you retired. My retirement was greatly exaggerated. This is when anyone picks Rosberg as an icon driver and team. This is what I'm saying. I think the icon drivers, I'm already picturing. There's so many different funny and very interesting storylines to be had with various icon legends that you pick as your teammate. You know, Rosberg v Hamilton, that could be mega. Like, that'll be sick to recreate then. Everyone went Jensen, but this was actually my fate. As I said in that video when I reacted to it, I was at a pub when I got the email through about the news. This genuinely might have been my face. You know, checking my phone like this and then just going... Literally. I mean, I'm still giddy. I'm still so excited to actually, you know, get that chance to actually sign Jensen to my team. It's happening. I hope you guys know that it's 100% happening in my team career. I don't know straight away, but at some point it will happen in that career series. Oh no. See, now this aged badly. This aged very badly. Verstappen, Leclerc, call an ambulance, but not for me. I mean, and then what happens? What happens here is then the ambulance is coming through off shot and just hits this old guy into this car, and then he's actually down, and then he actually needs the ambulance. That's what happened overnight on Sunday morning. Unfortunately, that's aged very bad. Aarava's PC off to survive Monaco. Accurate. That's actually what I picture. Every time I finish playing like my team or just F1 or even especially Assetto Corsa, you guys know how much it's screen freezes on that. The sounds that come out of my PC, it may as well be like that visually because it sounds like a rocket ship on the left here of me. Yes, very much so. Again, I reiterate, I very much am looking to get a new one. Hopefully, these memes can end within the next month or so. He says allegedly. Monaco and F1 2020 open lobbies be like... just in the air, just catapulted in. I'm assuming this is a shot when they're picking up Leclerc's car. That's great that they saw the cameras are actually on, so you can see. It's like when, I think a few Reddit videos ago, we had when Verstappen got pulled over, and he was like on a van, and so the cameras just had a shot of him going backwards on a van somewhere for so long. But yeah, this is actually a view I've seen many times in an open lobby, being catapulted into the air, looking back behind me, and you just see sky and then the grandstand and the track before you land, either doing a 10 out of 10 landing or just on upside down or sideways. This should be a cutscene in F1 2021. I love this. McLaren, top edit. Kudos to McLaren for actually doing this. Like, it speaks of volumes about the game as well, that they wanted to copy it.
Stuck with us some more years.
Stuck with us.
I am. Yep.
Top tier acting by Lando, by the way. So, like, deadpan.
It will take some more years.
Yeah. I look forward to it.
Are you up for it?
Clearly, all the content creation we were doing at Quadrant didn't help the acting in this department. We can work on it. Congratulations, accepted the offer.
Sign there.
Very nice. See, now, I agree with the caption. Now they need to recreate this and get Zach and Andrea Seidel to actually come in and do the mocap and do it for them. Like, if they got every, like, at least the team principal or, like, one of the higher-ups to record it, like, in mocap or whatever, or at least get their face scanned in so they could actually do it like this in person. It'd be sick, you know? Forget Claire or whatever. Get the actual guys into the cutscene. Jack Sparrow and his crew. Oh, wait. That is a top edit. That is a really great. Sebastian Vettel in, what was it, practice thing it was when he had, like, he was complaining about something drooping out of his eye, the blood or tears or whatever. And then they gave him a little eye patch. That's a great. That looks so smooth. You've got that perfect. Nice stuff. It's just like, it's meant to be. I couldn't tell that, you know, if I just glanced it at random. I'll never tell what the Photoshop is. Oh, God, I already know what this is. We start the episode with this, and it's going to be another great edit, isn't it?
DRS, yeah, just ERS. Albon, very defensive.
Hi, I'm Lance Stroll.
That's an even better one. Oh, goodness sake, Lance. This graphic of Lance Stroll is going to become such a meme now for the next couple of... Oh, bloody... I'm still seething. He knew it. He looked so smug. Oh, he looked so upset. He looked so smug. He did know it. Oh, my God. He actually looked so smug. He's like, yep, you're done. Your car's donezo. Also, I saw a video of what is it? It was at the race before the race. They did the national anthem. Obviously, at that point, Leclerc's still turning up, but he knows his race is over, and he just looks so upset. And Ricardo's just there, like vibing in the background. Oh god! If I was him, I wouldn't want to turn up to that. If I knew I was not going to start the race, I guess he was, obliged to, but I wouldn't want to be there. I would just want to go home. Well, he lives there, so I want to go home. Aarava, the fortune teller, is back again. I saw this on Twitter, I didn't get third place correct, but first and second, are you kidding me? Out of all the odds, I really think about, what the odds of that, going into Monaco blind with the form guide, you would have thought, even I thought it in the last question mark challenge, I would have thought Verstappen, Hamilton up there, Bottas there. What the odds? You wouldn't have pegged before Thursday practice, Ferrari will turn up majorly like this, and then Leclerc would not be there to be the lead Ferrari, it'd be Sainz in second there, and Verstappen in first. We just don't miss. We just don't miss around here. Aravanera figuring out canned water was more interesting than the race. It really was. It really was. If you hadn't seen it again, Veloce backseat driver, riveting stuff there that we, they didn't show it actually at the time, but we also got into the Veloce little go-kart thing that they have on their channel and drove around it. It's a shame didn't make the cut, but yeah, I think it was halfway through the race. It was more interesting looking at canned water than the actual race. Same, but I know what this is. I know what this is. This was infamous. The ITV advert. Oh, here we go. This is it. I remember watching this, and we all got pissed off in the same way.
To know who's going to come out in front? Time.
It's a goal! It's a goal! How's Gerard done that? Oh, no one's going to know. That is a classic. And you know what? On a classic, I actually forgot that happened, but it's bringing back all the memory. I remember watching that at a relative's house, and everyone thought, what are ITV doing? What has gone on here? And because of that iconic moment coming back into my memory, let's end on that one, guys. If you did enjoy this one, hit the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're only around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.